All right, awesome win. Proud of our players. A lot of adversity in this game, especially early in the game. We had some things, opportunities we didn't make on offense, and the defense we just kept playing, and then we started playing together. Really, the second half, the difference was, offense and defense, we're playing complementary football. First half, we were not, and then second half, we started to do that. 4 takeaways on defense. Obviously, you're going to win games that way, so that was huge. And more importantly, we found a way to win this game. So I'm really proud of the players and the staff. Really, our defense was outstanding today. I just thought, Coach Lewis and his staff, the whole staff there, and our players, more importantly, did a great job of getting takeaways. And offense, we fed off that and found ways to put the ball in the end zone. Albany's a great defense. So they got really quality players. Greg and his staff does a great job. So just proud of our team, and we'll move forward.
Thank you, Coach. So, open questions for Coach.
I'll start. Matt Lindsay with Tuesday has one, guys.
Yes, sir.
Coach, just to get out of the way, this is your first Golden Apple. What does that mean to you? How did that feel?
Oh, it's pretty cool. It's a cool game. Yeah, it's a really awesome game. Got a lot of respect for Greg and his staff and his players. They do a great job there, and they played well today. And it was a great atmosphere today, number one. Proud of our fans. Our players felt the support, which is awesome. And just a cool venue, man. Awesome day, brisk day. It's pretty cool. So it was a great experience for us, no question.
Recently you guys have been winning, been scoring a lot of points. You just won a shootout in overtime last week.
Yeah.
To have a game like this where you only let up 6 points, you can rely on your defense. And then towards the end of the game, you score some points. But when you can rely on the defense like that, just how good does that make you feel?
Awesome. You got to find ways to win sometimes in November. It's going to be different ways. Might be a shootout. It might be an old slugfest, old defensive Big Ten game in the 90s. You just got to find a way to win it. And I think our guys understand that. It's just one more. You got to score one more point. And to our defense today, just unbelievable. Just how hard they played, the effort they played with. We talk about chasing the football all the time on defense and playing with fanatical effort. Those guys did that, and we created 4 takeaways. So great job. It's cool to win like that, and really proud of our defense, for sure.
And a little bit of a similar vein. I'm a Steeler fan. This felt like a game that I've seen a million times. You get outgained, you lose time of possession.
Correct.
But 4 takeaways, and you get them when it counts, right, in the red zone.
Correct.
I guess just in a similar kind of way the last question is, when you can win ugly like that, again, you can win by 20 or whatever, but when you can have these ugly wins, just what does that say about the character of this team?
Well, define ugly, our defense played outstanding, and we play off each other, and we're as one's our philosophy. So if we score one more point in the opponent, that's all we got to do. And I felt like this week we really responded. Albany's a great team, number one. Look, they went to the semifinals last year. They had some guys in that team, and defensively they're really stout. So for us just to win the game, that's all that matters, and we'll keep moving forward in November.
Obviously, the more underrated aspect of today's game too was the field goal units.
Yeah.
How big was it for you for Ender and that unit to step up and really come through there?
It was great to see. We challenged Kirby because last week he had a missed kick versus Brian. It happens, and we put him in some situations in practice this week, and he responded, and then he did it on game day, which is more important. So it's a great job by Trey Wallman, the snapper, number one. Jackson Doors, a holder, and then obviously Kirby putting through the uprights. So it's great to see. That was a great kick there down there in the third quarter, I believe it was. We got that kick, so that was huge, and getting points, and just really proud of Kirby, man. It was good to see that for his confidence moving forward.
Obviously, you guys struggled in the first half to get going on offense after that up-tempo first drive.
Yeah.
What second half adjustments were made there?
Yeah, first off, Coach Davis and the whole offensive staff did a great job just finding ways to move the football, and we found some ways really really throwing the ball on the perimeter a little bit. Josiah got us going a little bit there. Big play in the game was really Cal Redmond. He caught an in-cut there at the end of the third quarter. We had some drops early in the game that we had to make those plays, and Cal's a captain. He kept playing, he kept competing, and that really got us going there. That catch there was huge, and from there on, we put the ball on the perimeter, made some plays, and then we ran the ball late to finish it.
Now, Roland today was his first game since I think week 3 where he didn't get 100 yards rushing.
Yeah.
On a so-called bad day for him, what did you see from him coming through with 2 touchdowns still?
Yeah, they really. Obviously, when Roland's one of the leading rushers in the country, he's going to be an emphasis. So what's great about it is you can throw the ball, and you put the ball on the perimeter different ways, run the quarterback a little bit. And he had one fumble there I didn't like. Obviously that was not good, but he ran hard. We got to be better up front at times, just moving the pile and pushing the pile and getting some movement. And they'll get better with that. We had some injuries, but it's called November. You guys got to find a way to put your best 5 out there. And just really proud of Roland. He's been a huge force this whole year.
And the defense really, in a few circumstances, they bent but didn't break.
Yeah.
Especially on that fourth down stand and
Yeah.
Two gift wrap turnovers with a rookie quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
What did you see from that unit?
Outstanding effort, outstanding just communication and physicality, and just playing within the system that we play with. You know, Coach Lewis does a great job with his players to understand the scheme. He puts them in different spots. Guys like Tyson make plays. Comes here from Dartmouth. It's been a huge addition for us. You know, V's been a huge addition for us. We've had some guys we added in the portal have been huge for us, and the guys we had here, they bought in and bought in the system, and they want to get better on defense from the past. So it's been awesome to see. It's all credit to Coach Lewis, man. He does a great job with that unit. Those guys believe in him. They play for him. If you just meet him for 5 seconds, you'll feel that because he's got so much energy and focus.
Oh, yeah, Coach.
You were talking about people put a lot of emphasis on Dempster because obviously the stats show that you need to put emphasis on Dempster. You got a receiving room that's honestly very deep with the amount of contributions you can get. How do you like to flex around, use those different guys, and get them into different looks?
Absolutely. You know, really, I start with our tight ends. We got 2 capable tight ends, Cole and Cal, that can play outside and play inside, so you're more multiple in your formations. Josiah's advance the ball underneath, horizontal player. Jay Freeman's your big play guy. Des can be a big play guy, and RJ Lamar. So you got 5 guys that can all catch the football. You only have 1 guy you can throw the ball to. They can cloud that guy, they can bump him, they can double him, and that puts a lot of stress on the quarterback. When you got 5 really eligible guys, and Roland catching the ball in the backfield, when you got all those guys eligible to make plays, you're more diverse in your throw game. So it's good to see those things for those guys making plays. And the defense has got to be cognizant of all 5 guys catching the football, so that's good to see.
Coach,
Yep.
I know you've talked a lot this year about penalties. There were a few kind of sloppy penalties after the play. Would you see there?
Yeah, you know, it happens. I think the one on Anthony Williams we got to be better at, especially. It was the play before that it was getting egged on, and he's got to learn to have poise. We talk about poise all the time, and we're just a young team at times that comes out, but we're playing harder. So, you know, you got to start somewhere, you know, and we're going to play hard. We're going to keep cleaning that up. But we've been a lot better with penalties all year. I feel like it's gotten better. So we'll keep improving.
I got a couple for the kids. I mean, Tyler, kind of like we were talking about before, just you have that great first drive. Offense, a lot slower the rest of the first half. When you have the defense playing the way they are and getting takeaways, so what does that do for the offensive side of the ball?
Yeah, no, when the defense plays like that, it definitely puts confidence in us and makes our life easier. They did a great job creating turnovers, takeaways, and they run to the ball. They do a great job. They help prepare us every week, and they go out and they execute today, and it makes our life so much easier. So, it's great when we play, back and forth, both sides, complement each other. So it was a good game, good finish to the game. We definitely could have been better offensively, though.
Yeah, and then that touchdown that passed you through to Freeman, it seemed like you were looking at a rolling in the flat, and you just had like 15 seconds.
O-line did a great job. I was able to just go through my reads, go through the progression. Life's pretty easy whenever they protect you like that. So just find the right guy and just make it right. So it's a good play call and good protection up front.
And then Tyson, just from the defense's perspective, right? Like when the offense isn't putting up 30 or 50 a game, just what is the mentality on your side of the ball? It's like, hey, do we have to make a play or something like that?
Yeah, kind of more or less just get takeaways and give them the ball. We have faith that they'll put up points at some point. Our motto is, hold the offense to less than 17 and we'll win the game because we know these guys will score at least 17 or more. So, yeah.
And then just your pick. I mean, that was kind of the ultimate dagger.
Sure.
How did that play? I think it got tipped and then it kind of went right to you, right?
Yeah, so I was mad about the early one.
I got on about a little bit early.
So, I was mad about the early one. Just, kept having faith, kept running to the ball whenever I seen it in the air. And then, receiver ran a little, curl right in front of me, tipped it up. Just happened to be right there. Caught it.
What happened earlier? Was that the other one that got
tipped?
tipped?
2-minute drill, less than a minute to go, and quarterback just literally threw it right to me. I just dropped it. So.
And then this is kind of for anyone, but from an outside perspective, like coming into the year, there were like no expectations for this team, right? You guys were picked last in the preseason poll, and now you're a ranked team. You're 8-2, 5-1. Like, with that success comes some expectation. I'm sure you guys have your own expectations, but now from the outside looking in, people are going to be like, hey, Stony Brook's a contender like that. Just how do you guys kind of manage that extra expectation or pressure? It is pressure.
I'll start. You want me to start? I guess you got it.
Yeah,
Take it.
I just got something
I like
quick.
that.
Yeah, you know, the people who believe in you are the people in the room, you know, so like honestly we don't really listen to a whole lot of the noise. Like you said at the start of the season we had no expectations, but like, you know, that's from afar. But inside, you know, we did have expectations. You know, we wanted to come out game by game, week by week and win. You know, we're not looking 10 games ahead. We just took it game by game, week by week, play by play, you know, and to us, like, it doesn't really matter whether, you know, who believes in us, because we believe in us, he believes in us. You know, the coaching staff does a great job preparing us, and, you know, they prepare us for the moment. So it doesn't, honestly, like, we believe in it. We believe in ourselves, so, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I probably came in midsummer, and you know, the first thing I saw was all the talent in the room, and the coaches had a great scheme, great staff, and everything like that. So right from the jump, my first expectation was we're winning games. Like there wasn't no, you know, oh they went 0 and this whatever last year. To me, it was like we have all the tools that we need to put together a great season. So I really didn't have any outside influence of like, oh, you know, we should have this record or that record. It's always from the jump, man. We should win games, and we should have a great chance to go far.
They said it better now.
Tyler, so first half, 8 for 16,
Yeah.
140 yards. Then you ended up finishing the day, what was it, 19 for 32, 229 yards and a touchdown. What did you see that allowed you to click in that second half to get going?
You know, it was just coming out and just playing within the scheme and just executing. In the first half, you know, I felt like we were moving the ball, but we were shooting ourselves in the foot. Whether it was, you know, miscues, penalties, you know, maybe I put a ball a little too far out in front, hard catch. You know, I can make it easier on them, they can make it easier on me, you know. But it was just staying poised and just staying ready. Second half, we knew that we had to come out and score points. We were going to win the game with 7, I think it was 7 something at the start of the first half, but it wasn't good enough. So we knew that we had to come out, and the defense was playing lights out, and we had to hold our own. We had to do our part. So yeah, it wasn't anything I was doing in particular or me. You know, it was just all 11 guys bought in, and just the goal was to win. It didn't matter how we did it. You know, it was ugly, but we wanted to win, and we got it done. So that was all that matters to us.
No, Kevin touched on the deep receiving core you guys have.
For sure.
Once Malachi got hurt, you had that next man up mentality and took over. A lot of the guys really started producing. Jace Freeman's got 5 touchdowns his last 4 games. As you know, your deep target. Josiah Williams really taken off. How have you been able to foster a connection with those guys?
You know, I think it's just our preparation every week, starting with the coaches. They do a good job of just making sure that, you know, we're getting all the throws that we need to get. And, you know, after practice, you know, all of those guys, everyone that you named on that list, you know, they stay after and they get extra work in. You know, we'll sit there, we'll throw. You know, I miss a curl route, I miss a comeback. You know, we're going to go out there and we're going to get it right. So I think it's just, you know, just the little details, and it's just kind of like, you know, if the route is at 14 yards, you sit it at 14. You don't sit it at 13. You don't sit it at 15. It's just small details that you know, people might not see on the outside, but it leads to results. You know, those guys, they make plays. They've done a great job all year. O-line's protected, so you know, it's credit to everybody else. Yeah, credit to everyone.
And for Tyson, defense has been the backbone of this team for most of the season, I would say, especially in those first few weeks there. After a bit of a struggle last week, how were you guys able to bounce back and get back on track today?
Just better preparation, better focus, better emphasis on the details, and again, just being physical, like challenging receivers, challenging the O linemen, hitting backs really hard. Pretty much it.
Anything else? All good? Oh, one more.
So obviously, this is for neither of you two, new players on this team, but this rivalry goes back a long time. Obviously, you guys have teammates that have been on this team for a couple of tough years. Just how much is winning for them to get a little bit of revenge against Albany? How good does that feel for you guys?
You want it?
Yeah, so we had a couple of our older guys, you know, give some speeches, you know, get us going, tell us about the history, tell us about the, I guess, say, animosity maybe between us two teams, and it's kind of got us going because, you know, we saw what they did, you know, years prior to us. We weren't happy about it and really wanted to win this one, so just happy to win.
Yeah, I agree. You know, obviously we haven't played in, any of us haven't been a part of the Golden Apple rivalry, but you know, it was, you know, all week you could tell how much it meant to everyone. The seniors and just everyone who's been a part of it. You know, they tell stories, emphasize it. You know, it's a rivalry. It's a real rivalry. You know, those guys don't like us, and you know, we don't really the same thing for them. You know, so at the end of the day, you know, it's just about coming out and executing, and those guys did a great job of, you know, putting the emphasis on us, you know, that we got to go out there and we got to play our best. You know, those guys are going to bring their best. It's a well-coached bunch. You know, they play hard. Like Coach said, they went to the semis last year. It's a great team, great team. So, but to us, it's another game and it's another opportunity to go out there and execute our scheme. So.